Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to teach you how I went about painting up some holographic armor for this Slaanesh marked Varangard here. You're going to start with a glossy black prime, and then over that you're going to use Moto Neo Color Chrome Silver T-239, which isn't a mouthful at all. This is an alcohol-based paint. You're going to spray it on neat, meaning unthinned, but when you clean your airbrush, you're going to have to use an alcohol to clean it out. I don't think you can apply this with a brush. I think it's really designed to be shot through an airbrush. When you're painting it on, very thin layers. If you put even a slightly too thick of a layer, you'll completely kill the mirror. So this is what it looked like when done correctly. I had to redo it because I oversprayed on my layers. You should end up with this. It's very cool. I kind of plan on doing just this for another night in the future. But we're focusing on holographic today. So Alclad 2 ALC 205 Holomatic Spectral Chrome. Also, someone should probably figure out a better name for this. This is a lacquer-based holographic paint. You're going to put this on in thin layers, much like the alcohol-based chrome. But because it's lacquer, you're going to clean it out of your airbrush with lacquer. And again, I don't think you can apply this with a brush. It's just not really designed for that, unfortunately. But yeah, unfortunately, it also kind of kills the shine of the chrome, which is kind of a bummer. But that's the trade-off to get that holographic effect. You can see here I'm trying to apply a little bit more to get that effect going a little bit stronger in the shadows here. Hey, if you haven't liked the video yet, we'd appreciate it. We enjoy making these tutorials for y'all, but it would help us out immensely if you could, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that YouTube stuff we have to do. Yeah, you can also put this over a gloss black and it'll give you a slightly different effect. So if people want to see what that looks like, I'll maybe do that in a future video. Yeah, so here you go. Here you can see it a little bit. Hey, I gotta zoom in a little bit. Weirdly, this paint works better under poor lighting. I know that sounds kind of odd, but I have such even lighting with this overhead lamp. It almost makes it difficult to see the holographic effect. At the end of the video, I'll show you what it looks like under, I guess, poor lighting conditions. It works better from a single point light. It shows off the effect better. All right, now I'm gonna block out all the rest of the colors. Now I'm not gonna show you how I paint the horse black in this video. I've done that a million other times in other videos. I'll link to it somewhere. But the reason I'm showing you this is because you want to block out these colors so that you can frame the armor, so you can see how it looks, right? See, it just looks much better. You have a better understanding of what your model is going to look like at the end, now that you've got some areas blocked in. Not necessary, I guess, but I think it does a good job of, again, showing off what the final product is actually going to look like. Now I grab some Vallejo Metal Color Chrome, and I'm going to use this on some areas that don't have, that aren't great at showing off a holographic effect, but I want to bring back some of that shine into. We're back in safe territory here. This is just a regular acrylic paint. So I'm going to put this on this, like, I guess, scale mail? Maybe someone who knows better can tell me. I'm also going to paint these little spiky horns here. These aren't going to be able to show off the holographic effect very well anyway, so I wanted to bring back some of that shine. This chrome is also good at cleaning up areas. Obviously, you see we just blocked in the black paint, so if you get a little messy, it's good to clean up with that metal color chrome. Next, we're going to get Tamiya Panel Liner Black, and we're going to panel line the armor. I'm not going to paint the trim in this video because I want to show off the chrome. Show off the holographic paint. But we need to have some separation between these armor panels, and that's why I'm using this panel liner. Obviously, you can do whatever color you want, but I went with black because it's the most simple. And it just looks like a bit of a shadow. As for the Slaanesh marked rider, I'm going with Vallejo Game Color Hex Lichen. I felt like it was kind of the right color, purple, Slaanesh. I like this purple because it's got a little bit of reddishness to it, as opposed to like a blue that's like a violet color. But obviously do whatever color you want. I figured, you know, this guy has a whip and a gimp helmet or something. I don't know which, is that, can I say that? I don't know. So, you know, he's definitely right in the Slaanesh line. Over the cloth, you're going to use Citadel Druchii Violet, thinned 1:1. Just try to be neat with this. Try not to let it pool too heavily. There's not a ton of cloth anyway, so, you know, if you mess up, just repaint it. You might notice his head is now missing. We're going to get back to that in a minute. Then after that's dried, you're going to grab Vallejo Game Color Hex Lichen again, and you're going to basically layer over the previous the previous bits of cloth, just leaving that Druchii Violet in the shadows. Then you're going to grab Lustful Purple and a 2-to-1 mix with that Hexed Lichen. You're going to highlight up the cloth. You can use a top-down lamp as a reference for where you should place the light. If you don't want to do that, just focus on the areas where the cloth is sticking out and facing upward, and just highlight those, leaving the shadows as Druchii Violet. And also don't forget your little whip here. You are going to have to highlight all those little bits, unfortunately. But after that, you're going to grab your Lustful Purple, which is again kind of a lavender color, light lavender color, and you're going to paint the inside of the mouth and tongue here. The reason I chose this lavender color is, well, one, we're going to put a wash on it, but normally I would do some sort of red, and I felt like that would clash with the little bits of purple there are. So yeah, you're going to grab that Coeli green shade, which is blue, so I don't know who named that, and just give it a quick wash, the inside and the inside of the mouth and the tongue. You know, making sure you don't let it pool too heavily anywhere. But if you do, we're going to come back with that Lustful Purple, and see how blue it is? And just highlight all the raised areas, including the tongue. Man, we have lots of weirdly named stuff on this tutorial today. I'm not going to cover how I do the bow because I've done that in another video. But we do have a little bit of flesh showing under his neck here. Now you could try and go professional hardcore mode and try and paint it like this with this Vallejo game model color light flesh. But I didn't want to do that, so I ended up ripping his head off. The really smart move would to be just not to glue it in the first place. But you're gonna coat it, give a couple coats of this light flesh. I think I ended up having to do something like 4 coats. It didn't want to cover super well, and that metal just really wanted to show through. Then we're going to grab Citadel Reikland Flesh Shade, Druchii Violet, and some thinner. Mix them all up in equal parts, and then apply it over that flesh. In retrospect, I wasn't a huge fan of this color, but it's such a small part of the model, it's almost like you don't notice. If I were to redo it, I would probably use Dreadful Visage Contrast. That's more of a grayish purple color. It makes the skin look more like, I guess you'd say like vampire undead flesh as opposed to just kind of purple. Finally, we're going to start working on the whip here. We're going to get some Pro Acryl Dark Blue and Vallejo Model Color Black. And we're just going to fill in, we're going to layer up all these braids here, focusing mostly on the ones that are facing upward towards the light. And then once we're done with those, we're going to grab pure dark blue, no mix, and again, just painting those upward facing braids that are facing towards the light. And once you're done, you should be left with this. And here is our holographic knight in some less than ideal, but also perfectly ideal lighting conditions. As I had mentioned before, when his model is under perfectly even lighting, the effect kind of gets killed. So please excuse the harshly cast shadows. It was all done in order to show off the holographic effect here. If you learned anything or enjoyed this tutorial, we'd appreciate the usual like and, you know, letting your friends know. All that stuff. We also stream. I don't know, I haven't mentioned that the past couple tutorials, but we also stream. So make sure you check some of those out. I think that's just about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.